Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In what may be the most unnerving moment ever whispered about in the Sister Wives universe, stunning allegations and leaked facts from Garrison Brown's sorrowful burial have emerged, leaving viewers of the TLC series reeling. And all eyes are now on Robyn Brown. Robyn, the most polarizing person in the Brown family, was discovered on uncut funeral tape grinning, yes, smirking, during Garrison's heartfelt farewell, sparking a surge of suspicion and indignation online. Though the tape has supposedly been concealed from the public by both the Brown family and TLC executives, insiders say the event is absolutely real and terrifying. According to sources close to the production, the family, which was already broken and grieving, tried to keep the scene hidden for fear of sparking a never-ending reaction. And now, the fire is here. The incident apparently occurred at a quiet portion of the event, when the family gathered in a tight circle to say their final private goodbyes before Garrison's casket was closed. The cameras, which had been filming for documentary-style coverage of the family's sadness, caught Robyn's face in a barely contained, almost smug grin as she glanced sideways at Cody and then over to Mary and Janelle. According to someone who watched the raw tape before it was wiped from the editing room, Robyn had this look, not grief, not sadness, but something almost bitter, or satisfied. The individual claimed it was so out of place and frightening that the editing team fell silent when it was played back. "We were startled. Everyone glanced around like, did we actually see that?" they stated. Fans and critics have taken the reported smirk in 1,000 different ways. Was it nervousness? A defensive mechanism? A flaw in a carefully managed image? Or something more deeper? A moment of emotional distance from a child who had publicly rejected her and Cody's way of life? Garrison, the bold and independent son of Cody and Janelle Brown, had been separated from his father, and hence from Robyn, for well over a year before his death. His relationship with Cody had deteriorated fast during the pandemic, when Cody's strict family rules and devotion to Robyn strained his ties with numerous of his children. Garrison was one of the most outspoken, exposing the hypocrisy and partiality that had split the family apart. And he did not hold back. Garrison made it plain in social media posts, on-camera appearances, and even leaked private family text conversations that Robyn was at the center of the storm. So when this young man's life was tragically cut short, and his family gathered to say farewell, emotions were already boiling over. Tension was intense. There were eyes observing. And the last thing anyone expected, or could bear, was any hint of insincerity or detachment from the woman at the center of so much of the family's grief. However, that is precisely what this uncensored scene purports to convey. Some who have seen the tape see Robyn's smirk as a representation of years of whispered blame, favoritism, emotional manipulation, and quiet dominance inside the Brown family. They claim the smirk was never about Garrison's death, but rather the disintegrating image she sought to maintain. Perhaps it was a relief that the cameras were not live. Perhaps it was about control. Perhaps it was the coldest moment in the entire history of Sister Wives. And it's not just strangers who are saying this. Members of her extended family have also been affected by her actions at the burial. According to stolen messages from a relative who attended the service, multiple individuals spotted Robyn behaving off, standing away, whispering with Cody, and scanning the audience instead of focused on the grieving process. "She just didn't look broken," one guest allegedly stated. "She looked like someone who knew she couldn't let herself break, but what slipped through was something worse." Even more unsettling are claims that Robyn campaigned for the funeral to be a private family matter, aggressively asking Cody to keep film crews away and threatening to leave the program entirely if TLC published the raw footage. And let's be honest, TLC's silence is telling. The network, which is known for focusing on drama and raw emotion, has been uncharacteristically quiet about the funeral footage. They produced a brief, pre-edited memorial montage that shows Cody in tears, Janelle and Christine hugging, and Robyn solemnly staring at the ground, but the supposed smirk, the uncut moment the family so desperately wants buried, is nowhere to be found. Some fans are appealing for transparency, demanding that the unedited footage be released so that viewers can make their own decisions. Is Robyn's public image finally cracked for good? Was this smirk only one moment of misunderstood grief? Or has the lady who has long been portrayed as Cody's quiet, misunderstood companion finally revealed something deeper and far more uncomfortable? Social media has been rife with controversy. Hashtags such as #RobynSmirk, #JusticeForGarrison, and #ReleaseTheFuneral footage have trended across platforms, with fans flooding forums and Reddit threads with screen caps, eyewitness accounts, and emotional breakdowns of what this moment means for the show's legacy, as well as the Brown family's legacy. Christine, Janelle, and Mary have kept mute on the topic, but sources close to the family claim they are outraged that Garrison's legacy is being soiled by conflict and perceived disrespect even after his death. Janelle, in particular, is claimed to be heartbroken that such a moment might exist, and that it may have been purposefully withheld from her and Garrison's siblings. Many say this is the final nail in the coffin of Robyn's family reputation. For years, supporters have claimed that she worked her way into becoming Cody's only wife, frequently playing the victim while quietly making crucial choices behind the scenes. However, whether deliberate or not, this could be the moment when the mask slips. And now the internet wants answers. Was it grief? Was it ego? Was it a stressful situation that was drastically misinterpreted? Or was it the calm, terrifying breath of a lady who has stood at the heart of a family's demise and witnessed the aftermath from a position of protected privilege? Whatever the reality is, one thing is certain. The family attempted to hide this. The footage exists. TLC has it. And until it is revealed, fans will have questions. The agony of Garrison's death is already overwhelming for those who loved him, but adding the picture of someone smirking during his final moments of recollection is too much for many to stomach. Robyn Brown may not have intended damage. She may not even have noticed her expression. But in a family this fragile, in a moment this sacred, every look, expression, and breath counts. In this case, one alleged smile may have communicated more than words ever could. As the dust settles from Garrison Brown's sad death, the emotional devastation of damaged relationships, and a wave of violent family confrontations, fans are left with one burning question. What happens next on Sister Wives? The once unified polygamous family that captivated spectators for over a decade is now dispersed, unsettled, and on the verge of total collapse. But this isn't the end, not even close. Insiders anticipate that the upcoming season will be the most raw, surprising, and unpredictable yet, with Cody Brown fighting to maintain control, Robyn facing major backlash, and the ex-wives taking bold moves into completely new lives. The emotional and literal gulf between the women has become greater than ever before. Christine is happily remarried and exudes post-Brown confidence, recording solo sequences with her new husband David Woolley, and opens up about what true partnership entails, which further highlights Cody's evident lack of support.